This is the Mobile Noble channel, and I'm your host, MB, your crypto soul brother from another mother, here to keep sanity from the hype and the drama. And yeah, there's quite a lot to be hyped about, folks. This is the day before election, November the 4th here, and yeah, this is quite a lot to get hyped about here. Election, and as I've said in my previous videos, usually around the election day is when the price pops off here. And well, let's start getting into it here without further ado. And as we see here, going to the election here, which is looming, less than 24 hours, we are there's something to talk about here regarding Kamala versus Donald regarding crypto, where they stand here. And I've kind of brushed on this before here. Donald Trump, back, back in 2019, he was not a fan of it, as he sees here. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets have facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other legal activity. Bad, very bad, nasty, very nasty. That's my best, but Donald Trump. That's the best y'all going to get out of there. And fast forward to 2024, and Trump lease. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff that Trump have gotten into with crypto, NFT collectibles, like the Americanization of Bitcoin, and what they're talking about here is a DeFi project for. I haven't really kept tabs on this here. I haven't talked about this. My big concern, one thing they haven't mentioned was the whole. I forgot what the name of that project is. That's supposed to be more of a project that Trump more so co-signed through his son, his youngest son. I don't even feel like looking it up. It's not a project I even want to share with anybody because it's a trash coin project here that is down big time. Uh, and I think the crypt has done the same. We're not mentioning it in this article here. But yeah, like other Republicans, Trump has railed against central bank digital currencies or digital dollars, effectively government backed cryptocurrencies that don't yet exist in the US, but frighten the libertarian wing of GOP and large parts of the digital asset space due to fears of increased government surveillance. I hate to say, but regardless of administration, I think CBDCs is an inevitable thing here. I have not talked at length about this, but I do believe that is a thing that is coming, whether we like it or not. It's hard to find much to like about this here. Um, yeah, it is coming here. It is not going to be within this presidential term that'll take over the next 4 years. I would say it'll be more obvious towards the end of the decade here, or at least going into the next presidential race. That will be a thing that will probably be a little more looming. There will, by that point, I would say there will maybe at least one major economy that may, if they don't come out with their own CBDC, then there'll be loud whispers of it. I know China is hard at work on one. The digital pound or the digital sterling is at work over in Europe here. It's a thing that is coming, and America is behind the scenes work on a digital dollar that is at work as well here in the states. Um, yeah, that's something to watch out for. But I digress here. It's promised a Bitcoin mining assist with that. A big business formerly dominated by China, but now with a lot of American players, perfectly fits Trump's fiery protectionist brand, as does his desire to fire crypto boogeyman Gary Gensler. This is probably one of the biggest things I can co-sign Trump on. This guy, Gary Gensler, I'm not sure if I talked much about him, but he is a big stooge here. He's being a big stooge, one of my biggest holdings, as you've seen in my segments here regarding personal investments is XRP, which is an American, which is an American financial tech firm, and they've been in hot water with SEC, headed by Gary Gensler, and they was sued back in the last bull run. Really was the one major crypto project that did not hit its previous all-time highs because of Gary Gensler and the lawsuit that took place against it. And that right there, then it backfired the SEC. The SEC ultimately lost it. Well, Ripple still had to pay a fine, but it was a case of they won the fact that Ripple, XRP coin, was not ruled as a it was not ruled to be a unregistered security. That was the big thing that the war of between Ripple and uh, the SEC was over because during the lawsuit, it was delisted from pretty much every American-based crypto exchange, and no one wanted to touch it. But now, since the settlement and everything, and after ruling from a judge, I believe it was Judge Torres, that ruled that it was not a unregistered security. There was certain aspects that was iffy in launching XRP, so they had to pay a specified amount of, a fine regarding how they funded things initially. Uh, that helped clear the way, and it sets a bad precedent with SEC, who has, I believe, they recently tried to file an appeal to it, and that's still pending. So that still is handcuffing things a little bit. But right now, that's pretty much a thing where it seems to be a last minute play by Gary Gensler before he's possibly kicked out of his chair. And even if Kamala Harris takes over, uh, like I said, she has taken on a very more recent pro crypto stance. I believe Gary Gensler could still be a done deal. Gary Gensler's seat in the SEC could be a done deal with Kamala Harris taking over as well. Um, she's not as in depth with her stance on crypto as Trump has, but in my previous video here, uh, as I said, she had a Kamala Harris would deliver for Black Men platform, which included a commitment for specifically the African American community. Document for the campaign said it was supporting a regulatory framework for cryptocurrency and other digital assets. So black men who invest in and own these assets are protected. The framing proved controversial, particularly since it was arguably her most specific comments today about crypto. But a spokesman later clarified that such plans were intended for all Americans and wouldn't be limited to race. What I tell you, for my last video, like I said, my last video regarding it was specifically regarding Harris making these claims regarding us black folk, us black men, and like I said, it was not. I said it right there here without before I read this article that it was not specific to us because Coming right through with it here, coming off my last video regarding the Kamala. Her whole spiel with the which was back in September, where she shared whatever she shared in the black male agenda. This was a thing that she echoed. Well, not echoed. She first stated regarding this here, which was something that folks in both sides of the crypto divide within the Democrat Party has said, "Oh, no problem here. There's nothing there's nothing controversial in there." Representative Sean Caston, a leading crypto skeptic, said of Harris's new position on the industry. So, yeah, she made her stance on crypto, and the very thing she said in the blackmail agenda, that's basically was just copy paste of what she said here regarding she's vowing to encourage technologies like digital assets while protecting consumers and investors, and her campaign is conducting outreach to the industry. That's basically she copy and pasted that in the blackmail agenda trying to appeal to us. So again, as I say, this is something that uh, basically shows that at least she's more for the industry than her predecessor Biden if she were to take office. um, and again, one of the very few things that she differs from Biden at all. Um, Thankfully, it's something that I'm invested in. And I would also say that at the end of the day, it wouldn't be too much of a difference between these two candidates here. At least they both are not seen to be against the industry, because again, the industry has gotten to both of these candidates. They got the Trump much easier, but that certainly has an effect on Kamala as well, which is good for those of us who are crypto bros who are invested in this space. So that's pretty dope. I would kind of look more towards Trump as far as the aspects of, okay, who may give us more of a tax break when those realized capital gains come into play here. That's one of those things that I'm looking at down the road. But in terms of price, in terms of the market, I'm not seeing much here in regards to what will come regarding the price. So it is about 4:20 ish as of this recording, 4:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on November the 4th, a day before the election here. So, yeah, things are peaking up here. Like I predicted in my earlier videos, things will be popping off right around the election here. And with the previous all time high at 71, 72,000 several months back in the spring here, we are just about that point here. It was actually at 71,000 a few days ago, back on the past Friday here. So we are knocking on that door right now regarding tomorrow's election here. And the price being where it's at right now is a nice calm before the storm, so to speak. So that is where we at right now. And um, one thing that I've done my previous videos here, bear with me here. This is just things I've done here. Previous videos, I don't want to keep track of it. Is my portfolios here, different things. The ways I've tracked in this market here over the past months is through portfolios. So I've done a 10K challenge, which is basically a bunch of altcoins, all altcoins, no Bitcoin, and that is still underperforming. You see, the one thing that is up in the market is the Bitcoin price. The altcoins are not running yet. Therefore, the 10K Bitcoin challenge, which is basically just approximately $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, that was this $10,056 that I set up. That was the amount I've set up here. That's why we are only down less than 1% here. We're only $82 away from being where we were at here because, this is Bitcoin is almost at the point where yes, I've purchased all my crypto back when everything was near uh, a peak at a certain point back in the spring. So yeah, this is why uh, things are just not at an even level here because I did bought did this setup here right around when Bitcoin was near the highs is at now, where it was at 70,000. That's when I set up my first video and set up my first portfolio one here. So yeah, Bitcoin is going to be leading the charge here, ahead of the altcoins. I am an altcoin person, but even then, but I am not a Bitcoin person because I, end of the day, I do strongly feel, looking at historical data and also last bull run, that altcoins will outpace Bitcoin easily. Right now, though, we have to give Bitcoin its props as it starts its upward trend. It will, again, as I said, the past few months here, it will peak upwards right about now. And come time of the election results, it will smash past 72,000. It will smash well past that. Um, and yes, I could be wrong. Nothing is written in stone, but that is my heart of hearts right there. That it will smash through. So so the 10K Bitcoin challenge will be the first thing that will rise well above 10K here. It will rise well past the cost basis of this right here mark, and it will jump upward. And again, I did a 10K because if you have one enough money to get one Bitcoin, you should, you're good. Uh, but again, my argument was if you got $10,000 for the long term basis for the max return, though it doesn't look like it right now with it being down 27% with altcoins, based on the basket of altcoins I've chose, it is not it doesn't look like it, but believe me, I do believe that this basket of altcoins here will outpace Bitcoin in the coming months. But that's where we at here. And also, I've also done a $50 DCA. I started with $50, and my basis with this was every week we, you know, I was not doing videos as frequent as I wanted to, but even the videos I have done covering the market, I have decided to at least make up for not doing week videos as weekly as I wanted to, but at least compensate for $10 per week dollar cost average into my basket of altcoins I've created here. And I've basically decided between XRP, Cardano, and Polygon. For reasons I will get into certain altcoins in a later video. Please believe I will get to that eventually. But I've chose these altcoins here as my basket for $10 buy. So because it's been almost 11, I'm gonna say 11 weeks. I'm counting this week as well. It's been more than 11 weeks since my last video here covering the market. So I've decided to do things here where I buy $110 worth of crypto here, at least through here. I've done my buys through the months already here, but let me show what my moves are here with this. So with XRP, I've done a $30 buy at this price of 50 cents per. Ripple coin. For Cardano, I've done, let's see, $30.13 worth at 33 cents a coin. It's not a bad price right there. That will pop off to at least $2 or $3. It'll get back to that point before it goes past its all-time high in the coming months. I do strongly believe. Uh, and then, lastly, Polygon. I should probably get more Polygon here. It is net is at I got that. That was my biggest buy-in for today. And that's at $50 here, and that's at less than just under 30 cents a coin here. And I'm a big fan of Matic here, especially with Ethereum being a big thing. Ethereum will be the most not will be, it is the most used blockchain, but then gas fees will scare some people to use alternatives to get around that. And Polygon, I have enough Polygon, not just for investment purposes, but also for getting around, getting around the ETH fees as well, for transferring stable coins and so forth. So I am a big fan of Polygon, not just for speculative reasons, which that is as well, but also for use cases. That's my big thing with crypto that I hold here. Not just speculating on donkey coins or celebrity meme coins, but what has use case, what has utility. And stable coins have utility. They're not speculative, and and crypto that helps you utilize that is a big winner in my book, and Polygon is one of my bigger favorites here. But that's enough of that here. So, all right, that's enough of my rambling here regarding crypto, as far as the price goes and my moves within that. And, well, with everything here coming to a head with the coming election, um, I'm pretty much going to be looking to see how things play out over the next 48 hours in terms of the anticipated price jump with Bitcoin, and over the next following months here, the altcoins should certainly follow. But yeah, this will be pretty damn fun here to look at it. I'm getting all giddy or whatever. Looking at things here, and that's me rubbing my hands together here. But yeah, this is I'm hyped, man. I'm excited, yo. And this is something we was looking forward to over the past few years, man. So, yeah, regardless of who wins, this will be fun times ahead, man. So, yeah, to anyone who may have been in this market, man, congrats, you made it. And for anyone else, feel free to look ahead and see how this thing play out. If you're still here, thank you for listening. Please hit the like and subscribe button and share with any of your folks. And also know that I am not a financial advisor. Repeat, I am not a financial advisor. However, feel free to discuss anything I've talked about with a financial advisor, especially if they're of crypto knowledge. Lastly, I appreciate each and every one of you, and please stay tuned. And most importantly, keep yourself blessed. Stay up. One.